Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi, Brandi. Hello, Azara. Thank you for coming to our live.
My doggone light just started messing up.
That's what I had mine off. I don't got time for no dead batteries, no mishap.
There we go. This plug in, girl. Okay. Hi. Oh my God, y'all. I'm so excited.
Girl, I am excited too. We've been on a hiatus for a while.
Well, we finally are ready to view Real Housewives of Atlanta. And you are not lying. How long has it been? For real? Have we thought about that? Because it's been a while.
Since
it's over a year for sure.
2023.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. I know it was over a year for sure.
Yes.
And yeah, even though those last 2 seasons, like, they can really just, like, throw them in the trash.
Because of Marlo?
Well, it's not necessarily for me because of Marlo. I would say it's probably because of Marlo and Kenya. For the way that I viewed how those seasons went. With this. But it was just production in general. I think. So I'm wondering if they got some new producer. But yeah, it was that their dynamic was not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, y'all. This doggone light, like, why is it not working right?
Oh Lordy.
Okay. It just, like, I got it plugged in, but then it keeps going out like it's got a shortage or something in it. But I don't know why. Like somebody playing with me. Let me see. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, maybe this gonna work. It might be that. Okay, sorry, guys. Look, see, no, it's not the outlet. It's this.
You got your robe on like you a housewife, girl. I need to get me a robe to do my reviews in.
I'm gonna put up.
One thing about me, girl, I stay in my robe, even if I'm fully dressed. Like, I'm still, when I'm at home, I'm gonna still put my robe on.
Okay. So I thought we'd go ahead and start and do a flashback. Yes. Here we go.
What?
Okay, season 1. Oh, well, first let's go around and introduce ourselves.
All righty.
Top to bottom.
Okay. Hello, my name is Angela Hogue, but I go by Word on the Curb on YouTube, and you can check me out on Facebook at Angela Hogue. Also, we have a Married to Medicine group on Facebook that it encompasses RHOA and Housewives of Potomac now. So you can check me out on that, and also on Instagram as Angela Hogue.
Well, nice to meet you, Angela. No. Okay, it's my turn. It's your girl, Brandi Jenae. Hey. So you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I have been a Real Housewives fan since its origin, the very beginning. Atlanta included. I call myself like a housewife expert, right? Like all things housewives, I feel like I know them. Maybe not everything, but most things. And so you can follow me. I am Brandi Jenae. You see the hashtag. You should find me on Instagram that way, TikTok that way, and of course YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video.
Hey, it's your favorite housewife without a Bravo contract, Izara, and I am here with my beautiful co-host. We're about to run down Real Housewives of Atlanta season Sweet 16 and everything in between. I am the creator of Housewives From A Housewife because I'm a housewife, loving the housewives, loving Bravo. I also get into Married to Medicine. That's the best show on Bravo. So that's that's been swallowing up my page. It's gonna be off soon. I'm gonna be real sad, but I'm still giving y'all the housewife content. What else? yeah, just follow me, subscribe, stay tuned. I'm just new in the game. Started in November. Really happy about the progress I'm making. So just stay tuned with my journey. Let's see how the fathers go. Let's see if I can buy a new laptop with this. Come on.
We need a new pair of shoes. Okay.
New pair of shoes.
Yes. Some good ones.
So give us all the likes. Don't be afraid to jump in the comments. This is really fun live. We also are going to come back every week once Real Housewives airs this Sunday. Tell me y'all excited. Yay!
Yes, we excited.
Housewives of Atlanta again. So we will be coming back each week every Wednesday night at 7, giving you a recap of the latest Real Housewives of Atlanta episode. So make sure you subscribe to our channels. Hi. Make sure you subscribe to our channels and like this video. Okay, that's important. If you're sitting here watching, like the video. Okay.
Thank you. My divinity is within. I'm sorry, I'm talking to TikTok.
Oh, okay. Hey, TikTok people, we said hey. All right, so let's just get into it, honey. So listen, we're doing Sweet 16 and everything in between, which means we starting at season 1. Okay, we're not recapping every season, but we just about to talk about all the things we love leading up to this new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Sweet 16. We calling it Sweet 16 because it's the 16th season. So, of course, season 1. Now, do anybody remember what year this aired?
That's like 2009.
2009?
Let's see. Yeah, 2008, child. That's what they say.
I know. Don't that feel like sometimes even seeing the season, it's kind of like I can't believe I've been watching this show this long. Like,
I know. But girl, when you look at them old phones they had,
look at these old clothes they got on.
Girl,
shiny.
No, but then you look at their the actual attire they wore to the reunion that year.
Yes, the reunion has definitely evolved. It was like very casual. Now it's just like an upscale, big production event.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah. So we were introduced in 2008 to season 1, ladies, of Real Housewives of Atlanta. The stars or peach holders of that season was NeNe Leakes, Deshawn Snow, Kim Zolciak, Sheree Whitfield, and Lisa Wu.
Yeah,
that was our cast that we got introduced to, and the big buzz for the season was Sheree leaving NeNe off the guest list at her party. That's because Sheree kind of got it started, coming right in the door with leaving her off the guest list, and she did recently admit on Carlos King's podcast that she did it on purpose.
Oh,
yeah, you didn't see that? You ain't catch that, T?
I ain't watch it.
So when did you start watching Housewives of Atlanta?
I started watching, girl, I would say it was definitely once Candy came on. I might have caught an episode or 2 the first season, but I think I started watching it. It must have been season 3. Because I remember, about hearing about Candy's boyfriend dying.
Season 3.
So then I, went back and seen the episodes, but I wasn't really strong on it to really. I would say probably when was it season 8? When was the Pillow Talk?
Pillow Talk.
I think it was 6.
6. Okay. 6 and 6, or maybe it was 5 because I didn't like Kenya, so it must have been season 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so I watched it here and there, but I don't know.
You didn't get the buzz say season 6. Yep. You didn't get the buzz on from the get-go, because that's how most of us got pulled in, was with Sheree leaving her off the guest list. They were supposed to be friends, so we trying to figure out like what's going on. Of course, we get Kim Zolciak with her Big Papa. I still don't know who this man is. Do anybody know who the real person is?
It was some like I don't want to be culturally insensitive. I think Arabian man, some kind of man from the Middle Eastern country. He was married. That's why she didn't use his name. Everybody know that. I think his wife name was Kim.
Exec or something?
Huh?
He like a record exec or something? A music exec?
I don't remember where he got his wealth from.
Okay.
But I think
because did she go pay cash for her Escalade that season too?
Must be
and
not.
What hell? Now they getting they going out and dropping Rolls Royces and we a long way from the Escalade and back then we thought that was big shit. Like
get a Cadillac.
Cadillac Escalade. Okay, we like now. Honey, now Shamia about to come on, roll up the Rolls Royce. Like, how many Rolls Royces can you have?
Shamia in that $9 million house.
Okay, honey. We thought they was doing something, but listen, we all fell in love with those ladies from season 1, and then I think when we get into season 2, that's where Candy is first introduced because Deshaun Snow leaves. She exits.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Wu is there for the second season, right?
Yes.
She was the fashion show that season, right? Her own fashion show. Or it seemed like her and Sheree always had like this. I think Sheree very early on got this like reputation for not like following through. So I think Lisa Wu made it her business to like make sure she put out her line and had a fashion show all in one season. And y'all already know if you've been watching, it took us 14 years to get Sheree's.
That's a whole lifetime. A whole dang on.
Listen, I'm gonna give Sheree her props. As long as you get it done, it might take you a long time, but like that house, like you got it done, okay, fine.
But she ain't even take it serious.
It didn't, going back to, so did you ever watch the old episodes? So she first tried to use Michael, I can't remember his last name, but he was on Project Runway. And so he was a designer. So she wanted to have him come in to help her design the clothes.
Yeah.
Because she's not a seamstress, right?
Yeah.
And so he kind of come in and he was like giving her advice. And it's probably is why it took her 14 years to even, and I don't even know if she got much of it out, but what she got out on her website really looked like the same thing either one of us would do,
Yeah, because remember the guy who did her runway was that season
switch the link thing. We got Azara's face covered up. Yeah, there we go.
The girl, the guy who did her all of the stuff for the runway. Remember, they fell out because she didn't pay him.
So that was back when you're right.
But that was multiple times.
Yeah, but I'm talking about this was season, was it 14?
Yeah, that's when she finally got the fashion show going.
Yes.
But this particular guy is all the way back in season 2.
So her storyline has been the same thing for
absolutely.
She ain't been paying no bills.
Yeah, and not paying her bills, being halfway broke, waiting on her settlement from Bob Whitfield. Yeah, because that was the big thing too. So funny enough, let's go back about this first season. I believe that they were building the show around Sheree. With Sheree having the ex-husband football,
the star
husband, she had the big old house, and again, she was expecting a 7-figure settlement. That's what she kept telling us. She never got it, but she was expecting it, and we was all waiting on her to get it. Okay, like we was gonna get something. So yes, that has been the core of her storyline. Once she passed up off the money, then we see her kind of moving to the condo. Sheree has been through a lot, and we have watched it all. Now, the one thing I'll give Sheree, and I think this is what Phaedra tries to do, Sheree it's like she don't let nobody see her sweat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she had her kids in a condo, and I know they had to be with a mattress on the floor. Now I don't know.
Yes, the air mattress
on the floor, but all I'm saying is they had to be very humbling. To be on this doggone television show, and we done seen you go from that to this. You know what I mean? So basically living like the people who watching you living.
Yes.
And so, you know, but she never, like, I don't believe that she's ever quit the show. Like, I think she just had not been asked back the time she wasn't back, because she's been asked back about 5 or 6 times. Sheree is probably the one that's come back the most. But she, you know, I give her some props for that, you know. However, NeNe ended up becoming the breakout star.
Yes.
Which is, and you hear her in a couple of interviews talk about how she kind of did feel like the underdog. And I understood why, because I think everybody else kind of had this lifestyle that she was teetering and working her way to get to, you know? And you could tell by the way, maybe some of them, like Sheree leaving her off the guest list, you know, it was kind of a nasty little dig. So I think that's what started the rift between Sheree and NeNe. And Deshawn, she just really, this wasn't for her. She just,
no.
Yeah, no, not at all. And she, you know, and let me take it back. They probably started building the show around her. But then, you know, like, or maybe kind of doubling it between her and Sheree, because she spent a lot of money too, with her house managers.
Yes,
and like she had somebody for everything. And unfortunately, got divorced maybe about a year or two after the show. We thought maybe she was
maybe sooner
money. But anyhow, but yes, we fell in love, and I just wanted to go back and do that. So season 2, we get introduced to Kandi Burruss. I think a lot of people didn't know who she was, of course, because I'm always following entertainment and stuff. And it's my era. I knew who Kandi was instantly. And it seemed like her, and that season, that's another season.
I know.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't do all of them, so honey.
Oh, okay.
I was
I'm like, that's a different season. So we get her mom and her family.
Mama Joyce.
Mama Joyce, honey.
Of course, to be reckoned with.
Yes, she did. She had the best supporting family. I swear to goodness.
The most memorable, yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Now I really like. Huh?
They not too hood, even though they call them the old lady gang.
Yes, but I didn't understand what was it that NeNe didn't like about Kandi, or what irked her. Because she, I remember she said that, you know, on one of the episodes that season, that Kandi was a little ghetto, and I'm like, what?
She seems to be a little bit ghetto. Yeah.
I'm like, NeNe, you ghetto as hell.
I think it was the taking that Kandi had to Kim. You know, Kim and NeNe was getting into it, and then it came into that making of that song. So it was really like, girl, you getting on my bad side. Don't come in here, new girl. Same color as me, chocolate girl. I don't need no competition. Younger than me.
Well, I also think it might have been just something, you know, I think something that people do sometimes. Not everybody is as confident as you would want them to be, or as they portray. I think Kandi came in. Nobody knew those ladies, right?
Yeah.
Like, just for real, you know.
They were no,
unless you was living in Atlanta, you didn't know who Lisa Wu was, even though she had a football player husband. Same with Deshawn Snow. She had an NBA player, you know, husband, but nobody knew who she was. We heard of Eric Snow, but we didn't know his wife. And so I think there is a little bit of envy, you know, or just like maybe not even envy, but just like a let's see who she, you know what I'm saying, what she is type of deal, because Candy's coming in. Now let's not get it twisted. Candy probably, I'm not gonna say Candy definitely had her money.
Yeah.
But as far as what was going on with her, I mean, like I said, unless you just followed the group Escape, you kind of came from, let's say, my type of generation. Most people probably didn't know who Candy was either until it was told to them. Or then showed to them.
I knew everybody was making a big deal. Candy. I'm like, who is Candy? And they was talking about the group. I'm like, what group? But I'm much young. I'm like, what group? What song? What song again? What song is this?
Oh my goodness!
Now I know Miss Candy. Now I love Miss Candy. Miss Candy.
Girl. Okay,
drop in the comments, where did y'all find out who Candy Burris was? and
y'all feeling really old.
Worldwide, bitch. But you didn't start off that way. See, let me go, because the one thing about Candy that has always gotten under my skin is that she gets her confidence, but she don't give it until the people give it to her, and I don't like that.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, after the people kind of pump her up, then she come in like, I'm the boss, you know. But it was like you always was. But you know what I'm saying? Like so that's what I mean. I feel like there was just a little bit of animosity as she came in, because she did have at least that background.
Yeah.
And so with coming into the other ladies, NeNe had broke out as the fan favorite, so she might have felt a little threatened. You know what I'm saying? Like, this lady, you know, like that pretty much could take my shine.
Yeah,
it didn't happen that way, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's where the animosity started, and then the stuff with Kim just kind of pushed it on.
Girl.
Even though they end up working out. Why we talking about Kim, honey? Now,
girl,
enters Kim. Kim, you know, we probably need to. I don't even know. Let me think of what we need to do about her, because I blame her for every other housewife that decide that they want to get somewhere and sing.
Yes, Lord.
That started.
Even for Dr. G's.
Not Dr. G.
And then I'm going to blame Candy. Candy does not go without blame, because you knew that lady couldn't sing. See, she went to go try to sing with Dallas Austin.
Girl.
Season 1?
Yes.
Okay. Dallas Austin told her, like, this ain't it.
I mean, but how so her connection to this Big Papa, whoever his name is, got her to see Dallas Austin.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I can't get in there to see him.
I need to meet some people who got some connections like that myself. You ain't lying. Like, yeah.
And that sound about like her.
Yeah. But Dallas kept it 100. He didn't figure he was about to go move around and play with nothing. Yeah. But I do think with Candy, the one thing I'll give Candy, going back to when she came in, and like I said, like nobody was, you know, people just started checking for Escape in the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was asking for Escape to come and do, you know, a tour or sing a song or anything. So I'm saying, you know, I think she took that as a little way, and she always wanted her own career that just never really took off. Because I don't know why people don't understand that not everybody can be a solo artist. Like, sometimes you do just need another, you know, like a group. I think of her that way. Even though she can sing, because I'm not saying that she can't sing. I don't think she has stage presence. She doesn't have what it takes to be a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it all by yourself. You need other people to help you, girl. But I think part of her was just kind of like get the exposure. She understood as soon as she walked on that set that everything she did there, she could try to multiply it, you know, and kind of like flip it. Because from the very beginning, that's really what we see her do. So really, that's what she did with Kim. It was like she knew she had the machines and that they could auto, you know what I'm saying? Like she said, she knew she could give her a hit. And that's what she did. Now, what pissed me off is when she got mad at Kim. And I think I done jumped to season 3 at this point, but she crying on the couch, because Kim didn't pay her any money. But it was like, well, you the one dragged her into that studio. You the one pumped it out. You know what I'm saying? Without doing any of the business. And you are a producer. Like nobody, like you can't think that she got over on you when you the one didn't take care of the business. How she supposed to know what business to take care of? Now, Kim probably was, just taking advantage. But I'm just saying, it was kind of like, I ain't like that.
That I think it was that escape situation, the demons in the closet, whatever skeletons of all the drama with escape and all their contract issues. It's like, dang, again, I'm helping this girl out on the show. So now I got this publicly embarrassed that I ain't got it all together. Kim had that colonizer spirit come out of her. She started listening to the attorney. And you don't have to do. You don't gotta give her no money because you ain't.
Well, because she ain't had no contract. But don't you think anybody's lawyer would tell them that? You know what I'm like, for real?
Yeah.
But I think so. This is where you got a good point, but this is where I got to rebuttal and stop you.
Okay.
After Kandi left, and the group Escape broke up, which you probably know this information already as well. But Kandi and Titan started writing. So that's why I say she had money. And so when you start writing for artists and producing, she knew. Like it was. That's what I'm saying. She knew.
I just think she ain't expected from
to handle that business first.
Mm-hmm.
What I think it was, seriously, I think she thought she was just playing with Kim.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she thought that song would do as well as it did. And then Kim would come across the type of money that she did. And so once you see the money, now you kind of trying to figure out. And as a person who you helped out to make that, you turn around and you think that person is just gonna, be
fair.
And it didn't happen like that. And so that, like now, I'm not saying that Kim was right about it. I'm saying I understand why she was feeling that way. Because like I said, the lawyer gonna tell anybody that because you ain't got no paperwork. And I'm looking at Kandi like you knew better. What I say that was on the line with y'all, the best lesson is expensive lesson or you pay for it. Yes. That's right there. You know what I mean? I bet she won't get her tail no matter how much she likes somebody. I bet she won't get her tail in the studio and do it with another one.
One step of toe.
Didn't fly. Speaking of, we got to bring Miss Lawrence in the mix because we got Miss Lawrence watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. I guess we have him to thank for giving all the girls the reads over the years. Right?
That's what they say. But I thought you brought up Miss Lawrence because he also had an issue with Kandi.
With Kandi, sure did.
Yeah.
That's what, right. I brought him up specifically to say that's why we saw her work with him, but we didn't see him be able to put out anything because that's what she went back and gave him a contract. I don't think he liked the contract she gave him. Yeah. And so he stepped back from it. But she, lesson learned. Kim got over on you.
Yeah.
And that's what we come back the next season because then they working on the is it the ring don't mean a thing?
Ring don't mean
or the ring didn't mean a thing.
God.
Oh, don't be tardy for the party.
The party was the first one.
Okay, the party was the first one. So that did real good. Kandi ain't getting no money, but remember we come back off that season and Kandi and her was still trying to be friendly.
Girl.
Kandi acting like she ain't heard. Kim want to do another song because she made buku money, so she come on. And I think that was the ring don't mean a thing. Big Papa been on and off. Like I think they had been engaged and broke up again. This man that's married to another woman. going back now, how I forget. Now y'all gotta jump in and let me know before I go too fast.
Okay.
Well, we got our first iconic line, and was that season 1 or 2 with NeNe telling Kim to close her legs to marry?
I think that was 1, the reunion.
That's right. Was it 1? Close your legs to marry men, honey. Like NeNe broke out with the one-liners, or like
absolutely
quick wit.
Now that's who you blame for the reads. Housewives gotta have reads.
I don't think nobody was teaching NeNe her reads.
Yeah, that's off. No, but she's the one to blame for now the pressure of.
How to come? Yeah. You right. Because NeNe is like none other, honey, and y'all better go practice in the mirror if you want to have any go toe to toe. I think Claudia is the only other person that like stood toe to toe with NeNe going back and forth. But I think Claudia had practiced that also. Claudia was waiting for that moment the whole time she was filming.
Mm-hmm. And Kenya was her friend. Kenya was her friend. So Kenya, probably was debriefing her like, okay, come on now, this is what's gonna happen. Da 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 da. But in the Carlos King exclusive interview with NeNe, she said that Claudia was the only one who gave her a run for her money. And after they had that fight in Puerto Rico, she told the producers like, okay, this is the one. You looking at Demetria, but this one right here is the one right here. Did she need to be full time? She deserve a spot right there.
What do we think about Claudia? What do you say? Listen. I don't like Claudia.
You know.
Well, okay, maybe I should figure out a better way to say these things because I don't know this lady.
There you go, right there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that lady, right? So I guess to say I don't like her is, kind of silly. But yeah, I didn't care for her on the show. Part of it for me really was it was her eagerness to have those moments with Portia and with NeNe. It just gave such authenticity to me. And by the time Claudia came in season
6,
yeah.
Okay. So, at that point, we still was looking at an authentic cast for the most part. We still was having fun shade. Well, right before
no. Because season 5 is when Kenya came, and that's when the change.
Well, that's why I had to take it back because I'm about to say right before Kenya. But if you notice, I think that's why Claudia came in because Kenya did have she had a shaky season, but she was coming in like overly nasty.
Girl, too hot.
I think Claudia came in specifically to be a backup to her.
Yeah, I think they was friends. She came in as Kenya's friend. And they knew each other.
And they friends in real life. Like most of the housewives, they, maybe after this point, because most of the time, well, at least when they started off, I'm gonna start there. When they started off with season 1, they all had some sort of connection to each other. And then all of a sudden, that's not necessary.
It's just the business. We gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
So, explain to me. So, how did Candy even get on the show?
I forgot. She
was not a housewife, and she had never been married. So I was wondering.
They probably was scouting.
I think a scout just kind of reached out to her. Oh, actually, I know the story. I remember the story. Tiny. They went and asked Tiny first. But Tiny didn't want to do it. So she suggested Candy.
Okay.
And so that's how they went and found Candy. But funny enough, I mean, they, what I also found out is that she was just on this show that was on WeTV. It came on this past season. It had like Malaysia.
Was it Couples?
It wasn't Couples. Carlos King, I think, does the show.
Bad and Bougie.
Bad and Bougie. That's it. So that show it came on WeTV this past year, and there's a lady. I want to say I don't know why I'm Peaches is, but it's not Peaches. It's something. I don't know. It's something.
Producer Princess.
Say that again.
Her name Princess.
Princess. Look at me. Well, I'm like it's not Peaches, but I don't know why that's coming into my head. Princess. Mm-hmm. So she is the person that really came up with Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes. She did all the scouting and all the meeting of the people, casting. Yeah,
the casting. Yep.
Take claim for that.
Mm-hmm. But also what I found out, so like how we say, like, well, they're not even housewives. Like, how did they even, woo woo? But I found this out too. Is I think Bravo or whatever production company Bravo uses, I think they just purchase the idea from a person and then change the name. Mm-hmm. So like somebody come to them and they, what do they call it? Pitch them. That's what it is. They pitch them, an idea for a show. Because then even with Orange County, it was supposed to be called something else. And then the network will somehow end up coming up with Real Housewives of Orange County. But it was supposed to be something totally different. And now I'm not sure why it is Princess thought she had an original idea. Maybe it was just because it was African American cast. I'm just saying, But because that's the part I'm still confused on. Is like how a person can pitch you something and then you can revamp it to fit in with the Housewives franchise. Because then, I mean, it sounds like then everybody is presenting you these ensemble casts, which can't you do that on your own? I don't know, but anyway. Yes, that's how she was introduced and got on Housewives of Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Carlos King was working with them all through this time too.
Yeah, I think he started around season like 4. He was working with Portia like that. So probably like season maybe 7.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. So what else? So what was we on?
Okay.
So we done jumped down to Claudia. We want to skip all the other seasons. Season 4.
We can forget when we get introduced to Phaedra and Cynthia, which they're coming back this season. Welcome back. So we got them in season 3, right?
5. No, Phaedra came in 4. No, 3. Okay,
I thought so. So because both of them came in at the same time, right?
Yes. Phaedra, Cynthia, yes.
Okay, so we get introduced to Phaedra, Miss Phaedra Parks, honey, and her big husband. Now, do y'all want to know what's so funny now that we're about to really talk about this, especially between Phaedra, Mary, and Apollo, and then our introduction to Marlo, because they made such a big deal about these people being convicts, but here we are. It seems like
I meant to make a video about this. The freaking housewife to prison pipeline, but it's the say yes to the dress, to housewife to prison pipeline. It's just like, come on, like you have to be on say yes to the dress to go to
jail. She wanted to be famous. So look, real quick segue. I tell people all the time, like, and this to me is just reasonable. I don't know why anybody wouldn't think this. So because I look at well, I used to love Say Yes to the Dress. So I wonder if I seen her on there. But anyway, I watched Say Yes to the Dress faithfully. I was so obsessed with weddings. I watched 4 weddings. I watched everything wedding on TLC, especially. Oh my God, the wedding story. Like, girl, I can go on and on and on. But because and it's something else. Anyway, but what I tell people about different stuff, no matter the show, if it's a competition show, if it is Housewives, if it's that like a home show, whatever it is, in order for a person to want to be on there, they have to want to be on TV in some form of fashion. So I don't like, it may not be that they want to be famous, but in some form of fashion, you want to be on TV, because a lot of those things, now not say yes to the dress, because I do know a personal person who's been on there. So those you have to send in like in a submitted application, I guess, because it's wedding. But most other stuff have auditions. I mean, outside of Housewives, like Housewives actually scout and go, to their people. But any like Love is Blind, that type, Married at First Sight, The Bachelor, all of that stuff, people have to go audition. And so more than likely you might have seen them somewhere else, possibly just because they probably been trying to act this whole time. So,
and that was NeNe. That was NeNe's kind of fan. She wanted to be a big time actress.
Well, that's why I say you would have to want to be on TV to be on something like that. It's no way you talking about you don't want to be on TV.
Yeah. Everybody want that fame and attention.
Exactly. So yes, girl, back to Phaedra Parks and her convict husband, honey, her ex-convict husband.
But
that was the biggest buzz around then. So what, they had to be about 2011. That's what I'm saying. We're not even a good. We only 14 years out from that, and now it seemed like you need a rap sheet just to become a housewife at this point.
Yes. No, but you talk about her convict husband. The first thing was the pregnancy.
Well, we couldn't get to the pregnancy because they was already talking about she done went and married this convict. So that was the buzz right there. But yes, let's move on to this pregnancy, girl. That thing when they was at Cynthia's house, was it for Mother's Day?
I think it wasn't it Candy's house, because Mama Joyce was there. You remember?
No, Mama Joyce. That's why I say it was Mother's Day. I think she invited Mama Joyce, but they was at Cynthia's house.
Cynthia's house, okay.
On the porch.
Okay. Yeah, it was outdoors.
Balcony, whatever it is that she had in that townhome. But yes, girl, here we go. So now, and I think, like I said, I think it was Mother's Day because she invited the moms over, but only Candy,
Mama Joyce.
And yes, they talking to Phaedra because this is Phaedra's first son or first baby. And so everybody, that's what we do with pregnant ladies. We ask them, like, where are you do, girl?
Yeah.
What she say?
July, but I don't know. But this baby about to come out of me.
Yes, girl.
And it was May. Mind you, I said it was Mother's Day. Right?
Oh my God!
I didn't tell you they was there for the 4th of July,
girl.
And then you remember, Candy ended up being in the hospital with her when she delivered, and she came back and was like, "Y'all was right. She was."
Here we go with NeNe with her iconic. She's like, "Girl, don't you tell nobody else that."
We need NeNe back. We definitely need NeNe back. But listen,
I miss NeNe.
Yeah, we need NeNe back. Okay, we have this on our agenda, but let me just put this out here. The worst Real Housewives of Atlanta season was that season when NeNe was divorcing Greg. She just wasn't funny. It was dry. It was so miserable that I was like, oh. Any other season, people hate the recent seasons. I don't really hate them. I don't mind them.
What you say?
But that season when NeNe was divorcing Greg and she was just miserable and sad and just you could tell she was happy again when they got back together. When they got back together and she had that spark right back. She was reading the girl. She was happy. She was fun. But that when she needed her man, child. That was the worst season.
Interesting way to put it, because she actually was. You're right. You're right. I think that just, you know what, and it's maybe that's a part of what made us like really love NeNe so much, because there seemed to be a transparency to her in a sense where everybody's gonna act in their best light if they can, but it was like she was one of us. She's like the homegirl, you know.
Definitely relatable.
Yeah, relatable.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that going back to her and Greg going through that divorce, how that ended up happening with him, that phone call being leaked on the radio station. I really think like that broke her heart, because I think she really had not foreseen, you know, like the fact that maybe this show, her becoming a little bit more famous and getting more money, would do that
mess
to
up her
that
marriage.
Yeah. So you know, now what does anybody? Hey, y'all in the comments, what y'all got? What y'all got? Hello.
They in the bushes, honey.
Okay.
They in the bushes. Come out of the bushes.
Okay, hello. Where y'all at? Well, tell us what y'all best parts or worst parts is. Hello. So yeah.
Okay, let's talk about how when Phaedra, you said the introduction of Phaedra. When Phaedra first came in, I loved me some Phaedra. I loved her. She was just so funny. She was on it. She was cool. Her man was fine. It was all good. But when we find out that she was fake and phony and was gonna lie about everything and just play dirty. Just play dirty and be sneaky.
Like, what episode was that she was sitting at Cynthia's house telling them people she was about to go be induced 2 months early with no?
But then it was way. How you gonna tell a bunch of grown people with kids?
Kids, oh my God!
You know, that was to me. That was what it was, because I was like,
a little girl.
Do you realize you talking to people, not just the audience, but the people sitting right there in your face? Like you talking to people who've given birth. Like we carry babies. And not for nothing, everybody's pregnancy is different. So that's why I mentioned, like, without any complications, because if you telling somebody you finna go to the hospital, you know, in 2 weeks to be induced,
the baby on your
bladder, baby 7 months, we all know that baby's lungs ain't good. And, and if you turn around and say, well, the doctor said he's ready to come out, everything is good, then that means you ain't no damn 7 weeks or 7 months.
7 months, no.
Okay, if he told you that baby's lungs is developed, that means that baby developed, because the baby's lungs developed in like the last 2 or 3 weeks.
That's the last thing that gets developed. Yeah, the baby's lungs. But when this came out, I was a little bitty girl now. I was in 10th, 11th grade when this. In 2010, 2011.
I'm a little bitty girl.
So I ain't know nothing about nothing. So she telling the story. I'm thinking, oh, okay. I ain't thinking nothing of it. I don't know. And that's what's wrong. We need to be teaching dang on reproductive facts and whatever. But now that I'm a grown lady
with your own kids,
and I got a whole heap of kids. And I'm a doula. I'm like, no, Phaedra. Why would you?
No doctor. And that's what they were sitting there telling, like, no doctor is taking your baby at no 2 months early, and they don't have to. Like, that's not like no.
Yeah, because I had my daughter 2 months early. I had her at 32 weeks. And I remember I had to take a steroid shot to help develop her lungs.
Right. Yeah, they gonna do everything they can.
Yeah, and it wasn't a planned thing. I had premature labor.
Yeah.
And she was in a NICU for nine days, and I'm thankful that she healthy. But that's not something you sit around and the baby coming. Well, I mean, and then you walking around, you ain't on bed rest. You're not confined nowhere. You can't, I can only do this. I can only do that. You just lived a normal life. That's not how it works.
Yes,
they definitely had me on that bed rest. I couldn't even get up to go use the bathroom. They wouldn't let me get
That's
up.
what I'm already, well, I didn't have to go through that, but like what you saying, I'm already knowing that. That's why listen, I remember getting to, I got a bladder infection, and it put me into preterm labor. But honey, I stopped drinking pop from that day, because that's what that meant.
It's very easy to get when you're pregnant.
And he told me I was gonna probably have a baby that night. Ooh. And I couldn't do nothing but just pray that I didn't, because I knew it was too early.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, girl, I don't want to see another pop because I was tearing up them Pepsis.
That's how it be. That's how it be. It'll get you every time.
I was like, no, ma'am. That was the worst bladder infection I ever had in my life. And, oh no, and then like that, almost put myself into preterm labor.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you would think nobody want to be bothered with that.
Yeah, well, you would think that Phaedra being
a lawyer,
a lawyer, but in her 30s, because she is 51. You would know better than that, because I'm pretty sure
we've gotten to know Phaedra at this point. What we understand about Phaedra is that the appearance is everything. It's better than the truth.
Yeah. We gotta talk about why she lied. Why she lied? She lied because of the whole grandiose of being in church. Her mom, I think her mom and dad are preachers.
Yeah, they are. But she was sitting right there at the damn hospital when that man said the same thing.
Well,
now,
maybe she was the one to pump her up for the lie. Maybe she was
and her mama know better.
She probably was like, you better not get in front of these people and tell them.
No, remember they had a scene. Who was it? Because it was Phaedra's mom. Was this in the same place? And I'm trying to think of who. Oh, Candy.
Yeah.
Oh, this gotta be
religious.
When she told, she said, because she couldn't have no baby because she wasn't married. It was like the mama said.
I remember she said that.
And so it was kind of plain to see, like, well, that's the reason why Phaedra, had to finagle. And again, I don't know what the timeline was between her marrying Apollo and why she thought her mom couldn't count, right?
Exactly. Her mom was come on.
Not sure why she assumed her mother couldn't count.
Yeah.
What the time lapse was between them getting married, if she had even because I don't know, maybe they got married so fast, like after she found out that she was pregnant, that the timeline fit for no, it couldn't happen. I was yeah. And look at me, I'm like, no, it couldn't happen. Like, I was trying. So no, that lady was delusional. We saw where she got it from because the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
It never do. Never do.
Girl.
And that mama heard that lady was a full 40 weeks. Okay, so that lady was pregnant before her and Apollo got married. Okay, but I think so. To your point, though, she probably got that from the church, because it looks like she goes to what we call like the sanctified church.
Girl, but no. If she was so sanctified, she wouldn't even be on the show.
So listen, just because I said she went to a sanctified church really didn't mean that I was 10. Because let me just put this out here, and I hope I don't offend nobody. Most people I've met that go to sanctified churches ain't that sanctified. It's all about the act.
Yeah.
That's why they concerned about all you can do is wear skirts and all that kind of bull. Because but
Phaedra, if she was concerned about the act, she wouldn't be on the show. Because we're seeing everything, then when they go on vacation, she always wore, the real. That's why I liked Phaedra, because she wearing it and she letting it all hang out. I was like, okay, that's the girl.
You like Phaedra because she teetered. What the Bible tell you about double-minded men?
No. I like
the Bible tell you about double-minded men. That's what I like, but that's the thing, because she teeter and totter. You know what I'm saying? But that's the deal. And I'm guessing as long as she looked the part, her parents are fine with it. You get what I'm saying?
My parents must not watch TV.
That's what she like. All them tight skirts that she wear. I don't know who I was telling this to the other day, but she talking about she always have her prayer call. And it's like, girl, you need to with them skirts. Hem lines coming up as high as they do. Like, no doubt. But see, nobody's like. I always have my prayer cloth. Prayer cloth is something like women do learn. That's something you put over your legs. If you sitting at the front of the church,
yes.
But that go back to why I said she must go. I'm just coining that allegedly. I'm thinking if you're part of any church, it's got to be that one. And like I said, the people I have been encountered that are a part of churches like that, that's what I see in them is the act. You always know who a Christian is because what the Bible tells us, a tree by its fruit, right? And so, so you know who for real and who not, because they're gonna show up like it all day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not an act. So like if you kind, you're gonna be kind. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just that, So
yeah, what's in you gonna come out?
It's more about the presentation. Of course, she clearly she thought she was fabulous then, and she wants to be fabulous. So that's the thing. Like, who gonna go somewhere and make this much money to do that? What they was doing, and at the time, this is how Phaedra has gotten by, not saying much, being the sanctified church lady. What we know them to do? Gossip. So that's what that's what her allegedly.
Okay. Let's talk about one more iconic thing that happened season 3. I was surprised. I'm like, this happened season 3. The friendship
contract, yes.
Oh my goodness. The infamous
crazy
contract.
That was just like,
yes,
like Cynthia coming in her first season. Oh, and didn't we have the wedding? No, the wedding was the next season, right? Yeah. Okay. But how did we like Cynthia coming in that season?
She just seemed too thirsty to be NeNe's friend. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Especially to do a friendship contract. Come on now.
I thought that was very juvenile, but I thought it was a little bit entertaining. I'm like, is you serious? Like, that's something we do in high school. Well,
I never did that.
Not even really in high school.
I ain't never gave nobody even part of it. Like
that's a little bit too far. But I like Cynthia overall.
Yes.
Overall, I like Cynthia. I'm not mad.
Cynthia is a Christian.
Cynthia's a Christian,
allegedly, but I'm just saying the way that she acts. Like
that's somebody you a better label a Christian other than
right. Yeah.
But yeah. What else? We going on to season 4?
Let's go on. Let's move. Yes.
So
that year.
We got Cynthia's wedding. I think they had
a fight. Still battling
Miami, and they had a fight on the bus. NeNe and Kim.
This is
yes.
Okay.
That's what she calling what's the girl name? Sweetie.
Yes, the assistant. Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Ooh, let's get into that real quick since we hear Kim and that assistant, Sweetie. What?
And this one, Kim leave this season 4.
Mm-hmm.
And she was big and pregnant.
So we do the dancing with the whoever where she meet Croy and stuff there too. Okay, same season. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we think about Kim with the sweet tea though? I mean sweet tea.
Sweetie.
What was her name?
Sweetie.
Sweetie.
Oh, wait a minute. Sweetie, not Sweetie.
I thought that was just the crazy thing. And where's she at right now? Like, what you doing right now, girl?
I do wonder where she's
not working for Kim.
I don't know where they at. This is totally off topic, but somebody needs to go put an APB out on Farnsworth Bentley. Where the hell is he?
No, for real. I'm still waiting for him to tell his story.
Okay, I need to know. And listen, again, off subject, we're getting right back to it. If y'all watch any of the documentaries, they don't even mention that man.
Yeah.
Really?
And if you would have had to been there to know that man exists.
Mm-hmm. Or look at some real old pictures.
That's what I mean, but we ain't even seen that. They have not shown that man in any way, shape, or form, or even mentioned that he had anything to do. And we talking about this man was holding that man's umbrella.
Yes.
Like, y'all not gonna talk about that? But anyway, let's go. All right, back to Real Housewives. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know y'all gotta follow me.
Okay.
Follow me. Let's get back. So what we're saying, Sweetie. I would like to know where she at and what she's doing. And I don't know. I didn't like the way that Kim talked to her. I think I just felt like, and this is something that I feel in general. I think just in life in general, sometimes when people have, especially of a different nationality, if they have a relationship that's too close to something, like I think they get a little bit too comfortable. And for me, that's what it felt, because it's not even just like her being white and her being black. It's not just that, because that was bothersome as well, especially her being somebody that works for you. See, like that's what I'm thinking. Kim wasn't comprehending, and a lot of them don't, because it's not anything that they have to, right? All the time. She just thinks she's yelling at a regular old worker. You know what I'm saying? Not looking at the way the optics, like how Derek J. Hey, Derek J. So we gotta give him out. Derek J. kind of tried to let her know. But I do think that maybe I wonder what it was with Sweetie that I guess she needed a job. I don't know. Maybe that's the job of an assistant. Maybe a lot of people like already know that that's what go into it, and so you don't like. I don't know. You don't let it bother you or off your shoulder. But I didn't like it, and I thought Kim.
One sec. I don't see Lee Harris in your contacts. Who do you want to message?
Nobody was talking to you. Does anybody know how to turn Siri off on the laptop? I gotta figure it out, because she'll be answering stuff if I'm watching a video or something somehow, and don't let something say "Hey Siri," because here she go, like it's on the TV. Anyway, I didn't like it at all. I think she just took advantage of her proximity to a culture and just got too comfortable.
And later seasons, you remember in that reunion, she was like, any basically white woman would never like step foot on this cast. Like, I'm the only one brave enough that took on that challenge.
And see, I didn't even understand what she meant by that in a sense, because that's what we call like microaggressions. You know what I'm saying? Because what are you saying? Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be like they fearing for themselves. Like what would be the deal? Or do you feel like, here we go with the like being inferior? Do you feel like you don't measure up? Is that what it is? Or you the only one that can? Like, I didn't understand that. And I think that's what bothered me with Kim over and over and over again, is she did display white privilege.
Yes.
All the time. You know what I mean? The whole time. And my problem at times is you got to check something at the door. You know what I'm saying?
First time, the very millisecond.
Somebody and then want to come and check them for their behavior. Because she was always out of pocket. That's all, that's it. Like, she was always out of pocket. And it just got worse as she, fell out with the ladies. But again, I think her proximity to other people made her feel like she could.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think NeNe probably gave her this boost of confidence to where at some point people made it seem like it was cute. And it backfires. I don't never think that shit cute.
No, it's not. Not at all. So that was season 4.
Yeah, season 4. And we also had bedroom candy back in the day.
Oh yeah, so don't tell y'all about Candy. So remember, she just got on season 2, right? And what I was like, the one thing, and we know it, she understood what she went on that show to do. She actually had a plan for herself. Unlike, I guess, because maybe she had been in the business already, though, like music and stuff like that. But unlike most other people that come on, like they just flying by the seats of their pants. But yeah, we got Bedroom Candy. Have y'all ever ordered from Bedroom Candy? Do you know any consultants? Have you ever attended a party?
No, ma'am.
No.
I'm welcoming all gifts. I'll send y'all.
I have purchased from Bedroom Candy. I do know a person who is a consultant, and we did. I think this was back in like during the pandemic, because we was doing a lot of stuff online virtual. So we had like a business type of mixer, and so yeah, I had purchased I think 2 items.
Okay.
Oh, I got the so that's funny because they end up using it they used it in season 12, and then they turned around and tried to use it again with the couples, but they wasn't having that.
The panties.
The remote control. Not even you can slide the thing inside
Bluetooth. That was a big that started a little something.
Yeah, so I got that, and then it's some like warming type of lube or gel. Yeah. Fun fact, I used to sell toys.
Which one? Yeah. Pure Romance?
No, surprise parties.
Yeah, but you know they have that. What's that one called? Okay.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what
okay. Okay, all right. I don't think I heard of that one. Even do them parties anymore like that?
I don't know. I don't do them, but I don't know. I wonder, so much stuff is so online and accessible. So back when I did that, and even with Candy, because like she started off getting consultants and stuff, and like I said, I know people probably still do, but at that point, that was, I guess, had to be about 2011, 2010, somewhere up in there. And so people were still like doing, I mean, it was the way of the thing. Like it wasn't a lot of that. You was going online to purchase that type of stuff. The whole thing to it was to keep it a secret, like and to have these parties, like with your girlfriends and nobody knows what you purchasing. So I'm sure though, but like I say, that was in 2020 when she did the Bedroom Candy. So I knew at least somebody was doing Bedroom Candy. I'm not sure if they actually do home parties or anything anymore, but I used to have a lot of fun doing those little parties. It was cute.
Yeah, I like the parties.
Okay, let's go on to season 5.
Oh God.
Okay. That's when we have Kenya Moore and Portia Stewart.
Oh, girl. Yes, for Portia. I love Portia since she came on. Portia.
Bye, Ashley.
Bye, Ashley.
I was definitely upset that her and Kenya got into it because it just seemed like, what is they fighting about? Kenya
was just mean. She was downright mean.
I think she was just being very assertive for what reason? Like what?
Because Kenya it's Kenya, and she likes to make everybody think they dumb, and and I mean, Portia. I'm not saying she was dumb. What I really think is that it was her first season on a television show, and so she didn't know what she was doing.
Yes, she was a sweet tea.
Right.
Oh no, not sweet tea.
Think about Kenya.
Maybe
she came from performance in general because she was Miss America. You know what I'm saying? But then you have been in movies, you have been on sitcoms and different things like that. So that's what I was saying. I feel like at this point maybe they need to stop going the actor route. And maybe it works for Beverly Hills because that's who lives in Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. But as far as everywhere else, like maybe y'all should stop getting these actresses, like to pull them over into a reality show because I think they will always be performative, because that's what they are used to. You know what I'm saying?
And Kenya was over the top. It was exhausting. even when they did the call for the models at Cynthia's thing, and she called him maybe a crackhead or something. It was
no, she didn't call Cynthia a crackhead.
No, she didn't call Cynthia crack. It was one of the models.
Yeah, coochie
she
crack.
She had coochie crack.
Crack something. It was. She got so vulgar with the girl, so loud and obnoxious. I'm like, what? And it just seems like. And then, oh God, I just didn't like Kenya.
And then the whole Kenya. Okay, I don't have a problem with Kenya. I like Kenya. But let's talk about season 5 with Kenya and Apollo.
Girl, that's why I really didn't like her.
For me, I was excited to see her because I knew who she was. You know what I mean? And I always at least admire her beauty. You know, like I always just thought she was just gorgeous, and she is. Nothing about that changes. She is physically. But I would agree that her behavior for the season is what turned me off.
It was a little
and it definitely was with Apollo, because I just thought it was, first of all, she did come on with the guy Walter, and even though none of us believed, and we just found out that was Dr. Simone. That's Dr. Simone.
Yeah, Cecil's nephew.
Yeah.
But none of us believed they were really in a relationship. However, you presented him as your boyfriend. So it was crass to me for her to be flirtatious with Apollo for both reasons. The fact that you supposedly have a guy you dating, and then this man is married. And let's be clear, that I looked at it as that's who she is. The reason why I looked at it as that's who she is the very first time she met him, she's in her confessional, and because you realize they do the confessionals after they've done all this filming. So you come back and give your commentary, and your first thought is, "Ooh, he kind of fine." So even after all of this shit went past, this is what you come back and add to your commentary. I thought it was crass. I thought it was kind of hoish.
She said the same thing about Drew's husband.
Well, are we surprised? She seemed to be like at the end. So what I decided to figure out was that Kenya want attention from men. Like she craves it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it wouldn't matter who around. She, you know what I mean? But it was kind of like to go in and act like you wasn't flirting with him, like to kind of play that role. It's like, no, girl, you wrong, because you would probably have somebody head if they did that with your.
Girl, you kept him a whole secret, didn't you?
To introduce him to anybody else.
Her own daddy ain't know.
Yeah, she didn't let nobody know about. What she call him, baby? What was the name?
Yeah, his name is Mark, but she started calling him baby. Well, let me tell you, I tell everybody, y'all, we saw the blueprint for how she ended up married in secret. We saw it when they went to Anguilla. Like, while she was in Anguilla, she's talking to Walter. And mind you, like I say, even though we know now that they actually weren't dating, like that they had dated before, prior. And the story that was told is that she just kind of asked Walter if he would come and film with her. But again, I know a person for their works. So like I said, we go to Anguilla, we see them having these conversations. And I know, like I said, I'm looking at this and I'm like, what conversation is she like having in her head in which like kind of left this place and she thinking this man just told her to engage in 3 days. Like, I'm like, I don't see that. I didn't hear it. Like, what is going on? She was looking a little delulu.
Yes.
But fast forward, like I said, we knew all of that stuff come out, and then we fast forward to when she did get married in secret, off in the country in some island. So I told myself, I said, boom, she Waltered him. See, like, because my thing was, if she could have got him to say in that moment, she probably would have got the priest out there to be with him right then before they got on. So that's what I'm thinking. With the same thing happened with Mark. Y'all probably dated. Y'all went and had a nice little vacation, right? Boozed up. okay, everything good, the sex good, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, y'all out of St. Lucia. Everything is happy. What they call them things in your head that be going off when you have sex?
Pheromones,
right? Okay, that's all going. And so now you talking about we should just get married. And he said, yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. And that's why the hell they got married before they got back on that plane and got back to the States, because as we can see,
he didn't like
he came to his sentence.
He didn't like her. He didn't like Ken.
Oh no, it seemed like he liked Ken and didn't like Kenya.
Yeah.
Even worse, Lord.
That is, but I'm just because we didn't have nobody has said anything like that about him. But I don't know why a man would, instead of call you Kenya, call you Ken.
Ken. Yeah, that's a little weird.
Anyway, like so that's to me, that's what I saw, and that's what I took. I was like, oh, I know how she got married to the man in secret. Like she picked him up real good, had his pheromones and all in euphoria, and he didn't know what the hell he was signing up for.
But one more iconic thing happened in season 5. The donkey booty and the stallion booty videos.
Yes.
That Phaedra never paid. What took forever to pay Todd for?
That's what they said.
That was another rift between
Candy and Phaedra. I feel like this is where we start. Phaedra and Candy had gotten real close, but then we see them. Oh no, this happens the following season once the real dookie booty stuff really kind of explode. Did I say donkey booty?
Wait a minute. So what season was it when Phaedra had Apollo? Her and him both sucked on that pickle.
Oh Lord, that was early.
That was
when she first came. Remember, she was pregnant because that was a part of the maternity shoot.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
for the first one or the second? For the first baby?
When they did the baby too.
Was it the second baby?
No, I think that was the first baby.
It was the first baby.
It had to be the first baby.
That was the first baby.
Y'all let us know in the comments.
She was doing a whole lot that first season, and wanted to make sure we understood that her and Apollo was in love. Okay, they was in love. That pickle was weird to me.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. Like, okay. But yeah, so we know that Phaedra and Kenya end up falling out because of the donkey booty.
Yeah.
Video. And it was because she didn't like what Kenya brought to her about the deal.
On the back end, on the front end, and all that.
Yeah. Which, listen, now I'm gonna give Kenya her props where they are, because I don't have no problem doing that. Kenya is beautiful and that girl is smart, and so Phaedra probably should have took her up on it, but I guess maybe you don't like it when somebody can still kind of get something from you, and like you just want it all on your own, and then maybe you don't want to give. Well, I'm glad she didn't do it with Kenya, because if they had fallen out after that, then you give this person this ammo to be like I put you on, basically. Because like I went and found this, I made the deal, but because I don't think, listen, Phaedra probably put hers out on her own, and I don't know who did. I know we kept trying to go back and forth about whose video did better than the other. I can't say one way or the other. But I would always think that it would probably be better if you had a production company behind you. That's all.
Yeah. I ain't watching that one. But it was TV.
I didn't either. When this all said and done, I did not either. But Phaedra, so look, so she did the video during this time. And then, so this is what they said why it took so long, because now we're going into the next season, why it took so long for her to pay Todd, because she ended up pregnant, right, with the second baby. I think that's what it was. She did that. They did the donkey booty.
The next season, season 6, that's when Apollo got his fraud charges.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So in some way she was okay. So she must have got pregnant at the end of that last season. In
season 5.
Because what she was saying when they came back and her and Ty had the conversation about his money. She was saying, like, I went into labor, like, after we finished doing whatever. Oh, wait. Oh, that wasn't, he didn't do the tape for the donkey booty.
Who?
Ty didn't. She was trying to do a maternity tape. That's what that was for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was because I'm like, wait a minute, like,
I think I remember. I said, yeah, I think I remember.
Yeah, Ty didn't do because Ty wasn't even around at that point. When she was doing the donkey booty.
Okay. But season 6 was also, that's when the
I'm lying. Ty was around. We gotta skip back. That trip to Africa, was that the girl's first cash trip?
I don't know if it was their first cash trip.
I think it was. Okay, maybe not because they had been to Miami, but I guess I'm thinking like the out the country type of
deal. Their first big one.
So that's where Todd and Candy end up meeting because Todd was on production.
Yeah.
So and then we met Marlo that season also.
Yeah.
Because Marlo paid her own way to go to Africa with the girls. Okay. So anyway, we just had to go back and remember that real quick, which is cool that we doing that because even as we leading up to Sweet 16, y'all, it's really giving you all this background for where everybody's there. Shamia has been around all this time also because we got introduced to Shamia. Now what's funny about this is I feel like Candy introduced Shamia, even though we end up finding out that Shamia was Portia's best friend.
I don't remember who she was like officially brought in by.
I feel like it was Candy because I feel like I remember asking myself, like, that's strange. Like, why is it that Candy would bring you in to film but your friend didn't? Because she didn't bring her in her first season. Okay. That's it, like, and then the next season is when we seem to meet Shamia. Or am I right?
No, and that South Africa trip was season 4.
Season 4, right. So I'm like, Ty was around when the donkey booty was being done. He just wasn't like official. Yeah, I think the next one he come in and that he a part of the crew officially. And Phaedra is pregnant with her second son. And this is where Kenya is going around talking about doing artificial insemination.
Yes, Lord.
Hello, we're gonna have to see that read from that doggone reunion.
Girl, I was calling myself trying to get it earlier, but I've been at the hospital all day, so I didn't get it. But yeah, that was a read.
Is the TikTok people on here? Y'all not excited about this? We thought y'all would be, honey. We wanted to just talk about all the stuff. Okay, so listen, let's put it on. My worst season, I feel like, is season 7. I don't like the season with Claudia.
Okay.
And not just because of Claudia, like that season feels like a lost, unbalanced season to me. And I ain't sure why, because NeNe was there. Was NeNe and Greg back together by the end?
I'm not sure.
Oh man. Okay, as Laura said, her computer acting up.
Okay, I see that.
So yeah, hell, where was I at? I'm sorry.
You said was NeNe and Greg back together?
Right. I was expecting Azara to be able to answer that, but I can't remember. But that season just really felt lost to me. Like I don't really know what was going on, but you got Demetria coming in and she Roger Bob. Like if you say Roger Bob name one more time,
girl.
Roger Bob. Oh well, I'm sleeping with Roger Bob too. Like
why they do Demetria so bad?
Honey, they did her terrible. They like, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
why they didn't like her?
That season was all over the place. And so yeah, it always even I'm known for going back and rewatching Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, I was watching it all day.
Yeah, I do. I've done it. I don't even know how many times at this point. But I skipped season 7 every time without like no hesitation. Right past it. Like right past that. I don't want to see nothing in there. Like, and they had some good moments, but the season overall, and that's how I feel about 12 and 13 and 14. That is how I feel.
Okay.
About 12 and 13 and 14. Or am I saying them right? 14 and 15. If we saying it's 16.
So 15 was the one with cousin Courtney. We could have did without.
Right, of course. Oh my gosh, she's saying so better.
That sounds good. Mm-hmm. That's a little bacon on mine though. Yeah, season 15 to me was a big letdown. I think I could deal with the rest of them. I didn't care for season 15 at all.
Okay, so 14 and 15 then is the ones that I'm talking about I didn't like. So you're right. I didn't that last 15 season, I could do without it for sure.
Where you been?
Never divorced, just different rooms. No, NeNe and Greg Leakes got an actual official
divorce.
And they was divorced, and then they got remarried.
Yeah, they got not before she got that Rolex from that man.
Oh yeah,
from that man. Was her and Marlo talking to the same man?
That's what, and so that's how her and Marlo end up.
It was
falling
like $20,000 Neiman Marcus bill and all this and all that.
Yes, honey. Yes, not before she got that. So no, they actually had divorced. And then they got remarried, and then they still went
into special. They had a wedding special when they got remarried.
Yeah, they had a whole special. You're right. And was she the first one to get a little spinoff special?
She said she ain't get no spinoff. She ain't get nothing.
Listen, we just go because like what Kim went on to do, I don't call that a spinoff. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if I watched any. I think I might have watched the first season or something.
I watched it. I don't think I watched it faithfully, but I definitely watched. At
a certain point, I didn't because I can't. Just like I'm not watching that Denise Richards either. Like
I'm watching. Like why she getting the show?
I don't know. You know what it is, in my opinion, was just to like I think, and maybe she not smart enough. I think the companies are just exploiting her being like aloof.
Yeah. Well, that's the name of the game at Bravo.
Yeah, right. So I guess, but yeah, no, my intelligence meter don't go down that low. So I'm gonna have to pass on that.
Are we still talking about season 6?
Yes, let's keep on.
Okay, so that was Pillow Talk.
Okay, that go Pillow Talk.
Yes.
Pillow Talk will go down in history.
Lot going on.
God, this is Pillow Talk, and this is the season when Portia and Kenya fought at the reunion, child.
Oh my God! Now that's my most favorite moment of the whole franchise. Oh my God! It lives rent free in my head. Like
So season 6 is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yes.
2013, 2014.
it lives rent free in my head. The way that lady got up and dragged her. And for real, dragged her. Like I rewounded that stuff. Like, and I feel so bad because I don't condone violence. Like I really don't. Not
I did at that moment.
Now let me stop.
I did at that moment. I felt all of it.
And that's what let's get into where Kenya, and this is a good segue to maybe start discussing where Kenya starts. I don't know. I call it breaking the rules or changing the rules, right? Because she showed up to the reunion with the scepter, and the bullhorn,
the megaphone,
and the megaphone.
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't know what the hell was wrong with Cynthia, because if you yelling that megaphone next to my ear like that one more time, you ain't got to worry about Portia dragging you, because I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
I don't like that. Was so rude just already. You know what I'm just rude already.
Uh-huh.
And so listen, I understood. I'm from Chicago. I grew up in Chicago. I went over to Gary once I was in 8th grade. That just give you a little background. I understand. You start putting stuff all up in my face and stuff like that. Right. We gonna have a problem.
Yes.
And I'm not like, listen, I'm like a Portia. I ain't necessarily a fighter, but I'll pull that hair.
But Portia is a fighter. And
I feel like Portia learned to be a fighter.
She has learned.
But because is that the same season or the next season when she beat up Jamie?
That's the next, the following season after 7.
But both times Carlos King helped break up the fight. I think, and you remember she beat up Cynthia too. Well, tried to beat up Cynthia.
Well, no, she didn't beat up Cynthia. See, what I'm saying is like the thing that people, or at least to me, my issue a lot, like I said, I'm not a fighter, but you can get me in a position in which I'm a kind of go to, and that's only if I feel like I have to protect myself.
Yeah.
And I think when you kind of, I don't know, I'm gonna say maybe inner city type of thing, like, or maybe it could be childhood or whatever, but and I ain't had no siblings, you know what I mean, or whatever. So yeah, if you put me in a position to where I feel like I have to protect myself, I'm like, it's everything. Like I don't even care like what it is. Everything becomes something for me to do whatever needs to. I like, that's what I'm saying. Blackout. Like I'm like, we're gonna know, like, because and I feel like that's what Portia kind of, and especially found her way in the very first time. Like I said, listen, I don't condone violence. I don't think it's okay. But it's the same thing when it comes to Kenya. I didn't think it was okay for her to be pointing that thing, at anybody's face. And the megaphone.
Yes.
That's like, if somebody put a megaphone, that's like, pulling out a megaphone right here in this living room. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
And then screaming "ho" at her all the time.
Yeah, you don't. You don't.
So it's a bullying tactic that's going on. Yeah. And in that case, she felt like she needed to defend herself. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that that's childish at a particular age. So I let people know that I am not that emotionally mature. I just let you, like, so please don't bring it, like, because I don't know how to,
Yeah.
Because it's all of those things are true. Like Kenya was having a hard time trying to figure out, like, was she supposed to be grown and she's supposed to be able to, XYZ, and it's like, but girl, you're not dealing, like, you got to know that you're not always dealing with somebody who got that same mental or mind frame as you, which is why it suits you to be kind to people, okay? Because you don't know who's going to get ready to come upside your head if you say the wrong thing.
Yeah, but the way she taunted her put the thing in her face. Because, honey, when she grabbed it, girl, I got my whole life. I said, it's about to go down. It's about to go down.
He actually drugged her, though. Did
yes,
y'all
he did. Yes.
Like that.
And I was so upset. I'm like, oh, Lord, back in them days, you can't fight, you can't do nothing.
I think that was the worst. Well, before then, I feel like the fights that we had seen on television might have been like Love and Hip Hop, no stuff like that. Bad Girls Club, right? So it's like they had a different expectation, but you certainly didn't expect it from on there. That was I felt like their first physical like altercation like that, and it was a good one. Honey, yes, it was such a good one. They ain't even had time to get the security out there.
They had to get Carlos. Carlos threw that Porsche up over his shoulder.
He showed did, honey. What we got comments down here? She said, I'm just gonna read the last one. She said, Phaedra is a straight mess and still act as if she didn't do anything or lie her butt off the whole season. Honey, that is. Listen, I said it. She just it's the act.
Yeah,
it's the act. So let's go ahead and move on. Pillow fight. I think it was too much testosterone in the room with pillow fight.
It was weird. It was maybe too much liquor too.
Yeah.
Because
what do y'all think set it all off?
Well, I think NeNe did have a lot of energy, but in my opinion, it's Kenya.
Yes, because Kenya
always goes too far.
Because how's she gonna tell that lady about her husband or whatever he was to her?
That's correct. That's number one. But there, I always have agreed with NeNe. When you got up and you start to walk across that room, and that's what I'm saying. I'm going back to that too, because you can't do that to me either. By the time you get over there, I'm up, baby, and probably cocked back with something in my hand. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
Yes.
You can't do that either, but Kenya, that's the thing. I guess maybe she was used to always intimidating people. And again, maybe it's just immature. But no, I think that you don't violate nobody that way. If you walking up on me, and especially like somebody like Kenya, or like a NeNe at that particular size, and you know what I'm saying? All of that. Like, bitch, please. I'm gonna wear you for whatever around here.
Okay, so what set it off between Apollo and Kenya's friend? What's the guy name?
Kenya got up to walk across the room, and Chris, her husband or whatever, he got up and he tried to
stop her.
Yeah, he tried to stop her, and so she pulled.
He did it aggressively
because he had grabbed her arm or something to stop her from continuing to go. So she pulls her arm and she says, "Don't grab me."
He was aggressive though. He was doing
my husband would have been aggressive because ain't no woman about to walk up on me because she was already.
Let's just think about it in this way. As far like. He wasn't aggressive in a sense where he was going to do something to Kenya. He just did. He held her arm back. You know what I'm saying? Was trying, like you said, keep her from walking up. And again, you don't know if he was trying to keep you from her, your own self. Because maybe that girl might have had a pocket knife or something. You don't know that lady wasn't gonna go ham, turkey, and bacon while you walking your 6 foot tall ass over there. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, she said, "Don't grab me, don't put your hands on me." So she gave this impression as if he was trying to fight her in some way.
Yes.
Or being too rough with her, basically. So Brandon gets up. Now all the guys is really trying to separate it. Now I'm trying to remember all that commotion too.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Because Apollo.
Yeah, because Apollo, somehow somebody had did something and he got kind of hit. And here now all of a sudden you went from but he did a snap. You went from trying to break up something to accidentally getting hit, and now you trying to figure out who hit you and fight them.
You know, that's how it always happened, though. The person who try to break up the fight always be the one end up fighting.
So that's what had happened.
And so then,
and we ain't seen Candy since, have we?
Oh yeah, Candy, but Candy was fighting with
Cynthia's
sister. And so, and it's funny that conversation all came up the way they did, because I feel like when we got to the reunion, some of the same things I just really was saying is what being said. Like Candy, I don't know, she like 5 feet. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's difficult, like, and she's grown, you know what I mean? Like, so it's not like she a kid. So I don't know how a person would expect any other person to take it if you standing over them, you 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you yelling in somebody's face. That, I mean, hey, you know what I'm like? Because first of all, who you think you're talking to? That, you know, like, that's the first part.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, look, Candy said, "I will drown you in this." Look, that's how I like it.
That red hair was swinging.
They was like, "Oh, don't ever do another pillow talk again."
She told Ty, "Don't you ever grab me."
And that's how I be too. Like, so, like, even with the thing with Kenya, it probably should have been one of her, like, her friend Brandon, to, you know, kind of tell her to stay on her side while talking to that person. But I feel like either way, like, when people are like in the midst of, and upset like that, it do take one little thing and it can all go, you know, to the left. And sometimes, yeah, just touching somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because now all of a sudden, that's me and you know.
What was she going over there to tell that lady? Was she trying to tell her about her husband?
He tried to tell her that they did a play, and he told her that she was just his common law wife.
And
that's what it was. And like Phaedra said, I had gotten the impression that maybe her and him had messed around while that tour was going on. And so maybe that's the reason why
she had too much.
It's so important to make that clear, you know. And so here we go again with Kenya just setting up her own downfall as we come to, you know, Sweet 16, because that's another thing where Kenya just twist things around in a sense to fit her own narrative.
Yeah, she does.
You know, and you always over talking. You're the smartest in the room. You know what I'm saying? And yet you are a gaslighter. Like, ultimately, almost got everybody ass kicked just because, you know, like you said, you trying to tell somebody else about their relationship, and it's almost like, and here you is with Nan.
Yes.
Well, did we get to Mark? Not Mark. When did she start dating that damn
crazy dude?
Following season, that damn.
That's a little bit later. I think that's a little bit later. I'm not sure what.
The season right before she married Mark.
Matt. No, I'm talking about Matt. So
she was dating Matt, broke up with him, and then before the season came back again, she was married to Mark.
No, she did that on the season came back and she was married. They got married in the middle of the summer.
Yeah,
that happened before Matt broke out all her windows, the spray painted her camera, and stopped her in Charlotte when she went to go do her hosting. Slapped the driver in the car.
But I'm saying when the season left off, she was with Matt or broke up with him. Then she got married by the time the season come back.
Yeah, life happens fast, don't it?
Yeah, that's real fast. That is super fast, honey.
Well, you know, I mean, for real, I tell people life do happen fast. Like in a year, if God willing, you could be married and with a baby. You like, it only take 9 months, you know what I mean, to even have a baby. I'm just saying, like in a good 12 months, you're right. Your whole outlook could look totally different than what you started off with.
Mm-hmm.
Now we ain't gonna say she was supposed to stay with Matt because Matt was a little bit out of control.
Girl, crazy.
Yeah. And no. He got recently after that relationship with Kenya, he has some more DV issues.
Yes.
I seen another mugshot.
Yeah, I seen it too.
So he just needed a good hug from his mama. Maybe that's what his issue was.
Is that what it was, or maybe from his daddy,
or maybe a good whooping from his daddy?
Yeah,
maybe a hug. Maybe he needed a hug from his daddy.
Maybe a hug.
But I mean, to me, to deal with that kind of guy, because it seemed like he was abusive physically to her. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Just watching on TV, and I'm like, why is she putting up with this kind of man? That's what desperate. Girl, please, my desperate ass.
Was this the same season that she went to her mom's house?
Oh Lord, that was very sad.
That was sad.
That really was. But I really have to say that I had the thought of now. This is the part that did like. I got a small soft spot for Kenya, even though I don't necessarily care for her. But it really is because, like, who were the people in charge really that took care of her? Because I don't.
Her grandmother. Her grandmother.
Well, I knew who she was with, technically, but the way that she describes the relationship. So, like we saw she went to her mom's house. Her mom didn't answer the door for her. And even when she went back to talk to her Aunt Lori, which her Aunt Lori is her mother's sister.
Yeah, but her dad's mother raised her.
Right, but the dad's mom raised her. But somehow she was saying that she would be in the same house with her mother. So she was expressing that there's a point in time in which she's lived in that house, in the house with the sister and her own mother.
Yeah,
and her own mother.
I didn't get that. I thought she was at a family, maybe a family gathering, because it seems like wherever she's from, they're kind of, those families know each other.
Yeah.
That's what I understood it.
But she definitely was in the house with her mom there. She talked about hiding.
She talked about her mother being around and not speaking to her, not acknowledging her.
On the Carlos King interview, she talked about that her mom might have like mental health issues.
Yeah,
but I really want to know deep down like what's going on with that story, because that's
this is where I was getting to though, because. Clearly the mama got some issues going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not trying to unpack that. I was wondering about every other adult around. Because I didn't,
you know how it is, and it's no, she's
not
from the
South. Like,
Detroit.
Yeah. I didn't quite understand. So let's talk about this just for a small second. If the lady gave her daughter up, who is it?
She was a kid, remember?
It was like 15.
They were 15, 16.
I don't give a doggone how old they was. You give your baby up.
Yeah.
Who decides that they come and bring the baby back to you?
Yeah.
Like, so this is where I'm trying to say, like, some of what she went through, I feel like her own family, not her mom in a sense, because her mom made a choice. And it seemed like everybody else decided that they was going to do something different.
Yeah, something else.
And that's where I was coming from. Like, who are all the other adults around that thought this was okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if the daddy's mom had her, then cool, the daddy's mom have her. But I'm like you, I want to know more about the story, because I want to know how she ended up in the same house with the lady who gave her away, and somebody brings her back in, and not only brings her back in, but allows this woman to act like this child doesn't exist.
She spent time with both grandparents.
I'm pretty sure it's the grandparents. They probably wanted to know her.
The mother's
mother.
Yeah, because she notes her in her upbringing too. She talks about her paternal and her maternal grandmother.
I saw her video, but I mean I saw her interview, but it's been so long ago I might have forgot some of those details.
But around like all the time she talks about both of them.
Right. I think I don't know if y'all understand it exactly what I mean.
I understand.
Because I'm like that's not a healthy environment. So I want to know who is the adult that thought they was making a good decision, right, about the child. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying I don't know if you. I don't. All I'm saying is I know women make choices. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that's kind of what I mean. Like, well, if she made a choice to give her child up, like, who is the person that decided that she wasn't supposed to? Because really, you the one responsible for all of this kind of pain Kenya is in. You know, and so what we see with Kenya for the most part is that she just want to be loved.
Yeah,
you know,
she want that attention. She want
she want love and affection. That's what she want. She get attention. She get attention. She wants some love and affection. But and it's because did nobody give it to her, it seemed like.
Another housewife who went through that, and it was like super, super, super sad. We saw it on our screens. Ashley from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Remember, she went to go try to talk to her daddy. That was super sad too.
Yes.
And you know, he a colonizer, so it was just even more trauma built. It was like, oh, cringy.
What do y'all think about stuff like that? Is it okay to go and do that?
I mean, as an adult, I think that those women had that right to try to talk to their parents and see, like, get their side of that story. Now, it's up to the parents whether they in their right mind to oblige or continue to deny. I think it's horrible to continue to deny, especially this a grown-up now. Like, it's not a little bitty child. I mean, you gotta face it sometime, but some people just don't want to face it. Some people just want to just go to their grave with whatever choices that they made.
Well, I don't know my biological father.
Okay.
And personally, for me, I know I think he's like he's been around. I might have like an image of him, probably just like once or something. But like even as for me growing up, I just felt like yeah, no, I'm not going to figure out where you are and who you are and XYZ. Because in my opinion, that's not my job.
Yeah, and I don't. Oh, definitely no. It's definitely not the child's job. But I feel like if that's something
if it's something you feel like you need,
it's not like they have that right to pursue it. But it's definitely not. Not never.
But I think you have a right to pursue it. But I don't think you should do it on camera.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I mean, their excuse would be, and what the producers would try to like, come on, let's try to do this, How about
this? But
other people who are dealing with it, and you know, they might be encouraged, they might heal some families in that situation. That might be what the reasoning is, but I understand why you said don't do it, because that can further traumatize your behind. You can't be thinking about,
and that's probably why I had the attitude about it, kind of the way I do. It's like, I never really found myself trying to figure out. Maybe after about 12 or something, I probably was curious at that point. But then again, like I said, maybe once I came into adolescence or a little bit of maturity, something in my mind just really told me, like, you know, like I said, like, for what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know I exist. And now that's the difference. You know, like, I guess it would be different if I thought I was looking for somebody who maybe didn't know or something.
Yeah.
Like, as far as, like, you know I exist. And so if you're not, you know, like, trying to figure out, then I ain't trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying, with you either. And luckily, I think for me, what helped me probably with that is that my mom, I have two stepdads, you know, so like so I get, and not that they were traditional. Like my first stepdad was not like, my mother didn't marry him in the sense, but he stepped in as a father figure for me, you know. And then she did marry my second stepdad. I refer to him as my dad. When I was probably about 12 or something. But like I was 12, I'll be 45 in June. to this day, I can call him. He treat me like his daughter. I can call him for anything. You know, I talked to him. He was at the emergency room with, you know, in the delivery room when I gave birth to my first son. My sons call him Papa. You know what I mean? Like, so I guess in a sense, I didn't necessarily feel
that void.
Right. You know what I mean? Right. And my grandfather also, you know, I was kind of listen to me like his favorite. Don't tell me. But anyway. But I think part of that is what like I feel like I had a daddy's girl experience.
Yeah.
Smaller way, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not as traditional like as like what you actually think of. But at the end of the day, I didn't miss him. That's kind of what
okay.
I missed that one. And so for that, it's kind of like right now today, that man could be dead, and I don't have any idea. Or he could walk past me, and I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now I just don't know how. I don't know how you do that as a person
as an
adult. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it is what it is, you know. So that's where I was coming from, probably in that sense. That's always stuck with me with Kenya, because I felt even when she started to do her counseling, which is good for her.
Yeah.
I do think that unfortunately she's gonna have a lot of issues to work out if those people not already dead, but with the people that help raise her, because they put you in a toxic environment.
It's and Aunt Lori, you remember Aunt Lori was trying to
who ignoring you.
The last time we saw Aunt Lori on our screens, Aunt Lori was like, "Why you still trying to like leave her alone?" Like, but it's like, what?
Yep, and that you are right. That is the last time we saw Aunt Lori. Aunt Lori never came back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. She told her, she said, and that's what Kenya said. I think I had a right to go and try to talk to her. And Lori said, I don't think you do. And
I didn't like that.
Kind of felt that same way. But the only difference is, why would y'all have raised this lady right in front of her mom who don't speak to her? Like, what is wrong with y'all?
That's sad.
That is so sad.
All right, let's move on, child.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Okay, so season 7. Season 7, that's when Miss Claudia came. We went down to Puerto Rico to make some beats. We talked about that a little bit already.
Yes.
And that's when Paulo, I think he was getting sentenced. We found out about that, or he was already in jail by then.
Was he already in jail? Was it? Because that was for the chocolate, right? Was that
Mr. Chocolate?
Do y'all know what Mr. Chocolate was supposed to be?
Yes, honey. Yes.
Jamal, and that's why her and Giselle don't like each other.
That's what. Now that tea just got spilled today. Cause I didn't even realize Giselle had any type of problem with Phaedra.
That's been though. They've been said that.
Oh, I didn't know that, honey.
Mm-hmm.
At all. I was today years old, child. Today, and I get maybe at the time I really didn't. I probably just didn't believe Phaedra either way, and I probably didn't look anymore into who Mr. Chocolate was,
Yeah.
But and that was the first time Cynthia had to bring it to the table, and oh my God, it was horrible. Like Cynthia was mumbling.
Wait, bring what to the table?
About Apollo saying that it was cheating on her, because Apollo was telling Peter,
yeah.
Now, when is it? Is this the same season? Or no, or did we already pass it? Where it's so much that did happen, girl. When NeNe refers to Peter as a bitch.
Oh no, I think this might be a little bit late.
Okay, let's go. I can't remember.
So is this the season that Cynthia gets married to Peter or no?
Oh, we passed that. We didn't even talk about it. Oh, because they was back in that's what they went to Miami for her to have like a little bachelorette party. And then look, now we back to season about 3, I think 3 or 4.
Okay, we'll go fast.
yeah. Go. Move.
Mm-hmm. So that's season 7. We're going to season 8.
Go ahead. Let's just we ain't gotta go season by season. Let's just go ahead.
But we gotta acknowledge that Kim Fields came season 8.
Yes, here she goes.
Okay. Let's go.
Kim Fields.
There you go.
Kim Fields. How do we think she did as a housewife?
She's not suited for this show.
Definitely she wasn't suited. It was bad, but it
was bad. And I didn't like the way Kenya treated her because Kim Fields had way more accolades than Kenya did. And she tried to downplay Kim Fields to, oh, you just that child actress or, Tootie. Girl, please.
It's funny that she went all the way back to Tootie. But my thing was, even that really wasn't the dig she thought it was. However, it was like you really could have, I think she would have made a better dig calling her Regine because she's such the opposite from who Regine is. You know what I mean? But yeah, here we go. Like I said, this is good as far as leading Kenya's bad behavior up to her not being included in this cast photo.
And no promo. She ain't been in no promo. At the reunion.
And because she don't own anything, yes, they get to still use her footage on their show. And
then after that, we had the lesbian gate with who said that?
Girl.
Oh yeah.
With Candy and Shamia and
before we go there, because that's what I'm saying about Kenya's bad behavior when they went on their trip and she pulled
that chair out. Yes.
That was not good.
No, that wasn't. But that's how
I would have smug on it.
That stage. You know what I'm saying?
I would have smug on Kenya that night.
That type of That's how she call that man call Kim Fields' husband gay.
Yes. They call him Chrissy. I'm like, why?
You better worry about what they calling your man. Oh, that's right. Look, you ain't go. Oops. They calling him loser. No, okay, so all that. Oh, and Cynthia Bailey released her sunglasses because that's why they was in Jamaica or something, right?
Yeah, but a
commercial.
Commercial, yeah. The
commercial. Bob Whitfield come back. Sheree comes back,
and that was Trauma and Toxic.
It wasn't that one. I think it was the next season, wasn't it?
Okay.
Because this one wasn't it?
I just remember they was in a car or a boat or something. I remember it was seats and it was rows, and he was like, he said something crazy, and then you could.
They were in a van. They were like in a van.
I thought it was both times.
Yeah, it was not okay.
Yeah, it happened both times where she was telling a story in the van about
didn't you choke me or something like that? He was like, maybe I choked you.
Maybe I didn't choke you hard enough. Yeah, something like that. And so it was like, whoa. Because, here's the thing. We know they had to be getting divorced for something, but real quick, before we even go there, see, because that was Kenya. That was Kenya's doing. And I don't know how it is that Sheree let Kenya off the hook about it. Now, listen, it was her tea about whatever she been through in her marriage.
I remember they was fussing about that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't remember all of the time frame, but I know what I'm about to say happened before they got on that on that boat and that went down. Because Kenya was done with Matt. They was outside arguing.
Yeah, that's what
that's in a restaurant.
Right, and
she got to walking like a duck.
Kenya told her, she said, well, like she's trying to make the point of it's never okay for a man to put his hands on a woman for any reason. And so she said, you've had a man put his hands on you. It's like basically gonna shame her for what she was saying, because she was saying to Kenya that maybe she provoked him. Listen, she didn't have no bid, like, because ain't nobody provoked somebody to come spray paint my damn video. Now, my video cameras outside my window, my house. Yeah. Now, use a lie.
he was very much off.
Yes, but that's where all of that came from. And I felt like Kenya was, because it forced Sheree to have to own up to it. Clearly, it was Miss Lawrence who gave her that information. But yeah, I thought that, I don't know how Sheree let her off the hook, like, so easily in that way. And I guess maybe she just had to lean into it, you know what I mean, without feeling like she was being what they call it, like Stockholm syndrome or something. Like
she looked at Stockholm when he said that, and she just sat there. She seemed Stockholm syndrome to me when he said that about the choking, and she just sat there. She ain't had no reaction.
She ain't know what to say. Probably.
You could tell that's what they was going through the whole time.
Because I wouldn't have known what to say either. Because it's like, well, damn.
Yeah, because she probably didn't want to keep talking because she didn't want all of that whatever to air.
To come out. They got kids. Yeah.
That's why it's out there forever.
Honey, you had to go on and sit down and let them know everything. So, and I mean, and maybe that's for the good. I just felt like it wasn't Kenya's place. Like, that's the problem. Like, it ain't your place to go pull her, you know what I'm saying, her skeletons out her closet. Not like that. Like kind of like what we saying about the way Mia has been doing with her own kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was somebody's kids, they daddy. Like, that wasn't for you. You know what I'm like? And I guess now she got her own child. Maybe she understand that.
Yeah, they say that's what the Brit eat. I don't know. She said something about her child. She felt like
it's about attacking her child or something, or her child.
But I think it was just that she was like, I'm a mom now, and like I don't have nobody to protect me. And the girl threatened her with a pew pew. So she's like, my child, like nobody's gonna be here for my child. I gotta do something to like get this.
She said that on
somebody threatens you with the pow pow pow, right?
And you. Yeah, I don't think it was
a job, but see, like, cause we gonna let's break this down there, cause you didn't handle it the way you would handle it if somebody said that to you, and it was just street, right? It was just somebody on the street, no cameras around, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what they did. You have a way that you're gonna handle that. It's either gonna be yourself or you're gonna go to the cops or whatever. What you're not gonna do is what it is she did do.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's why I'm saying, like, this is good to kind of point out those little things that Kenya would do in which she would extravate something, like to make it so much huger than it is, and it's like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you tripping.
Okay. Just like the, so we're on that trip when the guy that she was trying to, act all out in front of with the drunk lady's nephew.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, I was thinking about that.
When they went to Miami that time, and it looked like she just got mad because the man wasn't giving her no attention.
Exactly.
And he said, "What did he tell you?" He was like, he made it clear he wasn't checking for her. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, she was ready for everybody to go.
And then he went left.
Mm-hmm. Oh yep. So all of this is in that same. It's in that same season
because Kim Fields is there.
Yeah, and that's how it all came up because a lot of stuff was around DV. Yeah, in that sense because of that. Yeah.
Is that when they do that?
How can we forget about Tammy? Girl, I always wondered, was that Tammy the Tammy that's friends with?
No,
that Tammy is.
It's short and dark.
Yeah,
okay.
And she like kind of heavyset.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why Simone wasn't necessarily worried about him.
And she looked like she's attracted to women.
Oh, okay. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why Simone wasn't necessarily worried about her trying to push up on her. She's just like, look, she's just doing too much. Huh?
Yeah.
No, I did always wonder if that was the same Tammy. But that Tammy, honey, like,
she was very strange too.
Woo, honey, like, where y'all go find her at?
That was Bob's friend, right?
Oh yeah, she was friends with Bob.
What she said.
Yeah, because remember Sheree thought they messed around.
That's what she said. But if oddly enough, it just feel like why is it that it seemed like we didn't see her and Bob interact? I don't know. That's what they said, honey. I just was like, whoa, where they find her at? That's like, yeah, she just looked like she, I don't know, was down and out from the dump.
Yeah,
like
she
they
looked
went
like she
into
was
the gutter.
something.
Like,
Who brought her? Who brought her?
What about them shoes?
Oh no, she was friends with Cynthia. She was friends with Cynthia.
Oh, is that's how that happened? What about them shoes, girl?
Yes,
Do you remember?
girl.
What she,
I don't remember.
What Phaedra say about them shoes?
What shoes? I don't remember.
Oh it was hard.
I
Didn't
think
they red?
Huh?
There was some kind of red, like
I think Phaedra told her she looked like she belonged in the manger with Jesus or something. With the
it was a mess. They were a mess. And that's when Portia found that guy, right? The
Italian, whatever he was, yeah. The Rico Suave.
Okay. Rico Suave. Yeah. So so Candy was pregnant.
Yep. She was pregnant
with Ace. And but that whole scene at the down there in Miami or wherever it was a mess that night.
Total
and I'm
mess.
like, Kenya started all of that shit. And then the 18,
but they also brought the hood with them, so maybe it was a mix of both.
But the 18, did she slip and fall?
Huh?
Didn't the 18 slip and fall, Tammy?
She ain't slip and fall.
He pushed her.
So bad she slipped and fall. She slipped. She did fall. Oh my God, y'all. Come on, let's get to it. Oh my God.
So what else happened? We already talked about lesbian gate. That was crazy. Portia freak. She yeah. That's when Phaedra left. That was season 9, season 10. Okay. NeNe is back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were trying to hold Portia feet to the fire, like, girl, you was involved in this. And da 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 da.
Oh yeah. Oh, so that's when
this is when Tanya's there, right?
With Phaedra and stuff. So is anybody looking, even thinking about if they're going to have some follow-up conversation?
They got to
with Portia and Phaedra about this dungeon gate. That we should call it dungeon.
I don't think they're going to talk about it.
If they don't, that'll be a very missed big opportunity. They can't.
I don't think so. You know, Phaedra ain't gonna give nothing.
But that's what I think two things, right? I think they do have to touch it, but I do agree that at this point, I ain't really sure what we gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, we talking. It's been 7 years now.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna bring it up.
Child, I can't count.
Because she's coming at the end of the season. They're not bringing it. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I think she only was on by 5 episodes. The last 5. Yeah, it's been 8 years.
I don't think they're gonna bring it up. Who's gonna bring it up? Portia?
One of the new girls.
I would think any of them, if it's to be honest, because I feel like I did watch Portia's
Breakfast
Club interview, and so like she was saying about the girl asking her whose man she stole or why she steal that lady husband. What she was saying is like some of these, like, it's new now because now people are fans. They've watched this show. So that's what I mean. Like, if it's not going to be Cynthia who was there, and Cynthia had a lot of feeling about it, like this, like, because that's a really serious thing. So I'm not really sure how we navigated, and we like, oh, okay, well, since Candy
they just forgot about it.
Yeah, like it's all good. So I would think that if it's not going to be one of the newbies, it would be at least Cynthia or maybe even Portia.
Cynthia don't want to rock that boat. Cynthia is happy trying to be solidified in her friend of position, not trying to make nobody mad. She's just trying to get her coin and get her little face out there, get her little however much she getting, and go on home.
That'll be interesting to see. I will be disappointed if they don't.
Yeah, I would be disappointed.
And even if we get to the reunion and they don't have even they don't touch on it, like I feel like that convo would have to be brought up on camera, unless there's a big unless, especially where Candy is involved. If I don't know if she would be okay with them having that type of conversation about her while she's not even part of the cast.
Yeah.
So that could be the only. But my thing is, I'm not even looking for a conversation about Candy. I would need to see a conversation between Phaedra and Portia. Yeah. About that specifically, because one of y'all lied to one of them, so I need to know how y'all become back friends and got on the jet to go to Africa after this.
Yeah,
I mean, how do we, make up?
Yeah.
So okay.
All right, moving on. We had Shamari. You remember Shamari?
Oh yeah,
I love Shamari. I like Shamari her to be a one season housewife. I've been wanting her to come back, but she said she never come back, child.
I don't.
She was drunk as a skunk.
Yes, she was.
Oh, but the season before that, that's when Kenya had her secret wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Shamari, love Shamari. We had what else? We had they went to Greece in season 12.
Oh yes, honey, and I got to go to Greece this summer, baby. Yes.
You going or you went?
I went okay. Last June.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We did an 8-day cruise in Athens, Greece. So we did Dinner in the Sky. And it was something that they did over there that I can't remember right now. But we did do Dinner in the Sky. That was fun.
That's when that's the trip when Cynthia was opening up her wine thing and Kenya kept trying to
all right, because they did Dinner in the Sky.
Mm-hmm. Put her on the spot about what kind of wine goes with this meat and all that.
And she ain't know nothing. Cynthia gonna open up a business now. She might not complete it. She gonna open up a business.
No, Cynthia completes hers.
She done complete that eyewear, the luggage wear, the modeling school. Okay. Oh, but also we ain't talking about Eva the Diva. Eva
all right, we forgot about Miss Eva. So Eva came in her first season just real like I don't know, like she was trying to be friends with everybody, which was real not like what we knew Eva to be in a sense. And that this might have been too old for you too.
No, that's not too old for me. I love her.
Okay, look, come about Miss. I was a little girl. You might have been a little girl then too when Eva the Diva was on America's Next Top Model. Mm-hmm. So like I say, and I don't remember seeing her very much throughout, outside of America's Next Top Model. Mm-hmm. So like I said, she came in real friendly, like it was different. Nobody was expecting it, honey. But she came back that second season, and I guess she said, "Oh, I'm gonna give it to you, hoes now." Huh? I think that's when we got introduced to Tanya, also, right?
Yeah, Tanya. Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you know my favorite trip of theirs outside of Africa? Because I do like the Africa trip. Is when they went to Carnival in
Canada.
That looked like that was a fun trip.
Yeah, I like when she had that wig.
What wig?
She brought back Kenya's wig.
Oh yes, honey. Yes.
And
my God! And so that's about the cookie. The
cookie lady, girl. Now how you going?
Here we go again with Kenya and her bad behavior.
But remember, she sat out a season. Remember, Kenya was pregnant. She sat out season 11. Then she came back season 12.
Now, do y'all think that it was NeNe's fault that Kenya came back? Because I blame NeNe.
Because she was at the finale party and she said something to her.
And they had like her and Cynthia end up having that whole fallout. This is when NeNe got on the bandwagon, got on the idea that Cynthia and Candy was in cahoots to get Kenya back on the show. Like she was really, really worried about that, it seemed like. And not for nothing, but as a fan, I didn't want Kenya back, even though she was pregnant. I didn't care. Like let that baby go off and be happy. Yes. But I felt like because right at the end with that, and it caused so much drama and commotion, that's why they brought Kenya back.
Yeah.
I blame you.
My light done died.
I see, honey.
So keep down. All right, so then we had season 13. That was the COVID season, you know, all the injustice. But you remember behind the scenes, it was some drama with the ladies because something about Candy going to the network and they wanted to all go together and like have like certain demands because of like the Black Lives Matter movement. Y'all remember that back behind?
I remember some of it, but I was trying to figure out what like the details were. I do remember. Let me think. Because you say
it was really between it was really NeNe was the head of it for the girls, was saying like we got together. I guess they were probably on a group chat or something. We got together and we had like we want maybe like a black production team ahead of us. They had certain demands. And like maybe like a donation. They wanted the network to donate on their behalf or something like that.
I do remember that type.
And but Candy was a part of that, but she had already, or I don't know, also had something going on when she went up to Andy in the network and was like, X, Y, and Z, I want this. But they didn't like that Candy did that. They wanted to be a united thing. Like, come on, girl, like so we could be stronger in the numbers. And you know, Candy is a favorite in the network and amongst the fans. So it's like, girl, we really need you to like pull the muscle.
It's funny you say that because everybody seems to think Phaedra is a favorite too. It's funny the way that they use the word favorite because it's kind of like they really just like who's profitable with.
Yeah. It's not about personality. It's not about who's the kind person. It's about who got them dividends.
Who you can make the most money off of.
And this is the season where they had the Zooms. I think this was the first.
Oh yeah, this was the first one. It was the first Zoom. Yes. So Real Housewives of Atlanta has been groundbreaking for a lot of different reasons. They had the first fight. They had the first Zoom. They had the first like melee with pillow talk.
But this also was the season. You remember Cynthia was getting married. She had to force that 11-11. What it was, something 2020,
10-20.
Something wet, and she had to force that date. And then she had that bachelorette party, and that's when Dolo.
Yes. And here we go again with Kenya and her bad behavior.
Girl. I think Kenya
is not a girl's girl. And that's another thing. She can't hang around me. That girl can't hang around me. And it ain't that I'll be doing nothing. But if I want to, I don't need you going back telling nobody.
I know, because what business of it was hers? That they
y'all know my favorite part of that episode though. Because the producers know they be shady as hell sometimes, and they always get it on the right thing. When they was out dancing, they had Cynthia in like the swing or whatever, and here come Kenya out. She on the floor. She opened her legs and falls all over. But they had the little door sign, like or the door sound. I mean, it was like
like a squeak.
Them producers shady as hell.
They be in that editing room bored, want to have some fun.
But yeah, now I thought the bachelorette party looked really, really fun.
Yeah, look.
I really was looking forward to them having a season that looked like they all would try to get along. Yeah, and like have fun, but here we go with Kenya. Kenya just and I don't like maybe she be caught up in TV, making TV, like maybe like being a producer like Heavenly or whatever. But yeah, she just messed up the girl code. And another thing, she was producing. She was producing because I remember specifically, like after they got back, you can tell who she talked to off camera and said something about like you gotta have my back, or like back me up. Cause even though Candy was like, I said, like whatever we do, you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't gonna be no prudes, like you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have fun, and we not shaming nobody about nothing. Yeah. The very next day when they got back, who is she filming with? Fucking Don Juan. And confirming everything in her own way that Kenya was all saying.
Mm-hmm.
And see, and those are like Candy would kind of irritate me with that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you say you're a boss, but like you just own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess in that case you are a boss. Yeah. But you don't, you know what I mean? Like you're not that type of boss that you want to portray, because how you let Kenya punk you like that? You're a grown ass woman. If you like, and there's a rule about reality TV and stories, right?
Yeah.
They have to have more than one person talking about it.
Oh, okay.
If only one person, like Kenya, if only Kenya kept kind of trying to talk about it, they'd have cut it out. They wouldn't have even shown it. They might have shown it while they were still at the house, but then you know what I'm saying? Like they needed another person to talk about it so that it can keep going through the rest of the season. That's a filming rule. Yeah, that's why if you like, I think I said it about Love and Marriage Huntsville. You'll find it, you'll see it now that I mentioned it though, but when it seems like only one person is saying something and the story never go nowhere, it's generally because ain't nobody else talking about it.
Yeah, trying to stir it up. Okay, yeah. Look, ladies, I have to go. My children are
oh shit, okay.
Bedtime. Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't make it throughout the whole thing. I will be making it the rest of the reviews.
I know, right? Well, it took us a long time. I didn't realize we would be this long. I thought we'd be.
Yes,
listen, what I mean, because it's about 2.5 hours already. So actually, we could cut it here, and we could just do a part 2 and start right with season 16.
Okay.
Since we actually didn't get into, you know what I'm saying, season 16. So yeah, listen, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. We listen. You see, we can talk about Housewives all day.
All day
long. So that's what we're gonna do. What day we want to try to get back?
Just
they premiere on Sunday, so we got to do Friday or Saturday.
Okay, Friday.
Wait.
At what time?
7.
Okay.
You said Friday?
Mm-hmm.
You okay Friday?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna try to do Friday at 7, so we can get to the rest of what we were talking.
Because we're at season what now? Which one is this?
We're just gonna go with season. We're just gonna do our 16 and do the preview, and then talk about everybody that's coming in. Because I think we really touched bases with most of the
we ain't do forts. We ain't talk about Marlo and the introduction.
Yeah, dinner peach.
Oh yeah. But it's okay.
Okay, wait. If we can't do Friday, let's do Saturday.
Past Saturday.
Saturday, okay with you?
You doing my face Saturday.
Oh well, we talking about Saturday evening.
Girl, I gotta drive back here.
Okay. Friday. We'll
Friday.
Friday.
I gotta drive back here. I'm like, we talking about that evening. All right, so Friday at 7, we will get through it. We will get our Sweet 16. We'll go ahead. We'll go from 13 and go into 14 and go into 16. Yeah. We'll just be like a little quick with it.
Okay.
Talk about me. That's me. I talk too much. Sorry, y'all.
Well, thank you for joining us. And check us all out on our individual page. Please like, share, and subscribe. And y'all have a good evening. Good night.
Good night.